The Trade Terminal is a feature-rich professional trade execution and analysis tool. Setting it up. To get started, simply drag and drop the Trade Terminal from the Expert Advisors list in MetaTrader 4 Navigator onto a chart. Make sure the Allow Live Trading and Allow DLL Imports boxes are checked and that auto trading is turned on. We are now ready to trade using the Trade Terminal. Multi-screen trading. The Trade Terminal can be placed anywhere on your desktop. To do this, click on Settings and Undock Terminal and move the Trade Terminal to where you would like it. Multiple languages. The Trade Terminal operates in multiple international languages and standards and, if possible, will automatically display in the language used for your MT4. To change the Trade Terminal language once the MT4 is open, simply select the language you want from the main MT4 View Languages menu and either restart the MT4 or remove and add back the Trade Terminal. Trade Terminal currently supports these languages. If you would like a new language to be added, ask. Overview. The Trade Terminal window consists of 5 parts. An account summary here at the top. A list of open trades and orders at the bottom. A list of market categories on the left. And in the center and on the right, 2 lists of individual markets. Each of these sections can be expanded and contracted using the arrow buttons. The software will remember your preferred settings when you next open it. If you're used to the previous version of our Trade Terminal and you want to keep the same look, then you can hide the sections on the left and right, leaving the central panel, the account summary, and the list of open trades and orders. Deal tickets. The Trade Terminal displays a deal ticket for each market. Each of these behaves in a very similar way to our mini terminal tool. The comprehensive and powerful features of this deal ticket are described in the separate mini terminal video. Quick Access Panel. The panel on the right is intended to display markets in which you trade frequently and which you want to keep visible all the time. You can switch this panel between different watch lists using the button at the top. We will look at watch lists later in this video. Central Trading Panel. The Central Trading Panel can display its markets either as deal tickets or as a grid. The grid shows not only current prices but also the day's high and low, and any open position you have in each market. You can sort the grid by clicking on the column headers. You can trade from the grid by clicking on the bid or ask prices, or by clicking on the action icon and choosing New Order. The pop-up dealing form, which appears here, is the same one which is used in our mini terminal tool. Please watch the video about the mini terminal to see the full features of this window. Using the action icon, you can also quickly close, reverse, or hedge an open position. You can also open a new trading chart for the market. Market categories. The panel on the left of the Trade Terminal shows all the market categories available on your account. For example, Forex and open positions. When you click on a category, the contents of the central panel change. You can also display a watch list in the central panel instead of a market category. When you click on the watch list button and choose an entry from the list, the watch list button becomes highlighted to confirm what you are viewing. Watch lists. A watch list is simply a list of any markets you want to display together. There are several ways of creating and editing watch lists in the Trade Terminal. The main one is the Manage Watchlists window, which lets you create, edit and delete watchlists. You can add a new watchlist simply by clicking on the New button, giving it a name and pressing Enter. You can add markets to your watchlist by highlighting it and then searching for markets by typing their names into the Autocomplete box at the top of the window. You can change the order in which markets are displayed using a simple drag and drop. You can also use drag and drop to move markets from one watchlist to another. The toolbar at the top of the window also lets you rename a watchlist or delete it. Adding to watchlists using the Market pop-up menu. You can add markets to watchlists or even create new watchlists without going through the Manage Watchlist window. We have already seen the pop-up menu, which is displayed when you click on the action icon in a deal market in the grid. This menu has an Add to Watchlist option, where you can choose to add the market to an existing watchlist or to create a new watchlist. The Market Search field. At the top of the central panel is a search field for looking up markets. The behavior of this field depends on what is displayed in the central panel. If the central panel is displaying a market category, then the search field clears the central panel and just displays that one single market. If the central panel is displaying a watchlist, then the search field adds that market to the watchlist. Account Summary and Setting Alarms. The account summary at the top of the trade terminal shows key information about your account: balance, equity, floating P and L, free margin, etc. An alarm can be set on any of the account values by clicking on it. In this example, an alarm will trigger when our free margin falls below $1,000. When an alarm is set, a bell icon is displayed next to the value. The icon will turn red if the alarm is triggered. Alarms can either be turned off once they are triggered, or they can be set to repeat. A repeat period tells the terminal to ignore the alarm for a certain number of minutes. Alarms can be set to send email notification when they are triggered, as well as having the standard alert pop-up on screen. We can also set an alarm to close all orders. This would typically be used in relation to an alarm on free margin, where you want to close out your positions in order to prevent a margin call. An alarm can also be set to close all charts. This option closes all charts in MT4 apart from the chart the trade terminal is on, thus shutting down any automated trading systems which are running on other charts. Order list. The order list shows all the open positions and pending orders on an account. It takes the information from MT4's own order list and includes some extra details, such as trade duration and profitability in pips. The order list can be sorted by any of its columns. Simply click on a header such as Net Profit to sort in ascending order, and then click again to resort in descending order. We can choose to show all orders in the grid, or only pending orders, or only open positions. Closing orders. We can close an open position or delete a pending order by clicking on the red button next to it. The Close option on the toolbar contains options for closing several orders at once. Close all, close pending orders but not open positions, and so forth. In this example, we close out all our losing trades at once. Modifying orders. We can quickly carry out actions on all orders at once using the Tools menu. For example, we could partially close each individual order, or set a stop loss or take profit on each order. The same menu of actions is also available for each individual order by clicking on the toolbox icon next to it. We can also select any subset of orders. For example, clicking on one order and then holding down the Shift key while clicking on another order selects everything between the two. Individual orders can be selected or deselected by holding down the Control key while clicking on them. You can then carry out actions on your selection of orders, rather than all orders, by clicking on the Tools button and choosing Selected Orders. In this example, we quickly set a 30 pip stop on all our selected orders at once. Order details. We can open a pop-up window for each order by clicking on its ticket number, or by clicking on the toolbox icon and choosing Edit. Using this pop-up window, we can change the order parameters. For example, we can change the stop loss to a specific number of pips, or a cash amount, or a price. Automated closes. Automated closes let us define rules for exiting an open position. The rules can consist of multiple parts. For example, you can progressively scale out of a position as profit increases. The rules can include visual and email alerts and can be saved as templates so that you can quickly reapply them to other orders in future. OCA – One cancels all groups. The trade terminal lets us create a one cancels all group of pending orders, a group where all the remaining orders are automatically deleted when one of the orders is filled. We select two or more pending orders and then give the group a name to identify it later. A red exclamation mark appears next to the order to indicate that an automated action is attached to the ticket. Order summaries. We can view summaries of open positions by symbol or direction or duration, etc. using the Summary menu on the toolbar above the order list. This pops up a floating window containing aggregated information about the orders, such as their combined profitability in cash and pips and their total volume. We can carry out actions on all the orders in a category by clicking on its toolbox icon. This displays the tool menu that we are already familiar with. For example, if we are viewing orders grouped by direction, we can quickly close out all the short trades. Settings. We can control the settings for the trade terminal by choosing Confirmations and Preferences from the Settings menu in the toolbar above the order list. For example, we can turn on confirmations before placing a new order. Caution. Please note, some of the features of the trade terminal, such as alarms and trailing stops, are processed by the trading software, not by your broker. They will only continue to work whilst the trading software is running. As we can see, the trade terminal is rich with features designed to help traders to trade more efficiently, with better tools and better information in their language of choice. For further information, please read the detailed user guides provided with